Howdy, 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 my name's Anashi Sasuke, and welcome back to Hiveswap Friendship Simulator Volume 1. So, in the last episode, we did the Ardata path, and that happened. It certainly happened. So, we're still playing as the MS Paint Adventures guy. But I like to think that when they renamed their website Homestuck.com, they took the Microsoft Paint Adventures guy and launched him to Alternia, and that's why this game is happening. So last time, like I said, we did Ardata, and this time we're going to be playing as, or not playing, but you crash landed on blah 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 blah. Friendship! Blah, blah, blah. Today we're going to do Demon? Hot Dog Dude. Because I can only hope he's less terrible than Ardata. I've been told he's worse for different reasons. But he's got freckles and hot dogs and possibly no eyes. Let's find out. Yes! Someone is approaching! A strange gray-skinned alien with a cozy-looking hoodie. Perhaps they will make a good friend. What's up? It's saying, what's up or I? What's up, I? Ugh. Hang on, sorry. I didn't get a good look at you before I started talking. I guess you're really weird looking. Kinda uncomfortable about this. Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler, who was hungry and probably in need of some medical treatment. You're also really lonely, wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now. Hungry, huh? I see what your game is. You aren't sure what he's talking about, then your eyes drift towards the obvious target, that exquisite hot dog he's holding. It looks really, really good, your mouth starts watering noticeably. Aw no! I knew it! You're just like all the rest! Your agenda is to have me relinquish my delicacy! Well, forget it! I've been tricked out of 2 other oblong meat products this week already. I know you probably think I'm an easy mark due to my blood color, but I still have some dignity at least. You don't know anything about his blood color or why that would matter in this conversation about his hot dog. You're hungry, sure, but you didn't mean to cast a threatening gaze at his meal. All you really want to do is make a new buddy so you don't feel quite so alone in this strange new world. I see. You just want a friend and not my sweet meat. Sorry, I get a little paranoid when I walk around with such delicacies in public. Can't be too careful. Folks tend to get greedy, that greedy look in their eyes around my warm sausage. These are odd ways to express the things he's saying, you think, but it would be rude to point that out. Probably best to change the subject. Get this blossoming friendship moving in the right direction. I should probably do the wrong choice first. Forget it! I'm leaving forever, bye! Disrespectful. I had to try. Fast forward! Ask if he lives nearby. Yeah, or I used to, I mean. My place was bombed by drones a while ago. I don't have a hive, but I'm making it work out here. Foraging for tasty things when I can. I've got pretty good at it. Talking people into giving me meat products, I mean. You quickly feel a sense of pity for your new friend. Thought you had it rough crash landing here hungry and friendless, and come to think of it, feels like your arm is broken? Your ribs too, maybe. But enough self-pity. This is about making a new great friend. You ask your friend if there's anything you can do to improve his life. Oh wait, are we friends now? Like, is that official? Man, I don't know. Why don't we slow it down a bit, see how things go? I'm not saying it's out of the question. I just think I should take some time to see if you're actually friendship material. Someone I trust, you know, not just another looky-loo gunning for my delicacy. Oh damn, you got out over your skis again. Of course he's right, that's totally reasonable. You feel sure you can do what it takes to win him over. You make a mental note to avoid looking at or mentioning his hot dog since it seems to be such a sensitive subject. Why does the hot dog have spikes though? You do everything in your power to avert your gaze from the hot dog. You are aggressively not looking at it, in fact. Don't think hot dog thoughts. Don't think hot dog thoughts. It's working. You aren't thinking about hot dogs at all. It's like he isn't even holding one, and no one ever even brought up the fact that hot dogs exist. He seems to notice on some primal level your current non-hot dog mindset. He smiles. You pay closer attention to the boy's face. It's a nice smile he has, actually. Very kind, charming. A few freckles here and there, and a mop of messy hair draping over his eyes. What a nice friend this would be to have, you think. He's kind of adorable, really, if you disregard the prickly attitude about his hot dog. Okay, wait a minute. You don't want to start thinking about the thoughts that are too friendly. Should dial this down a little. Stick to the basics. You just want a cool new friend, nothing more. Should try to spark up some non-meat related conversations soon before things get awkward. You wonder about his house. It got bombed? Yeah, you know, routine drone passed through my hood. Little bombing, little calling. That's how it goes around here. I was a lucky one. My Lustus, not so much. Is the hot dog made of your Lustus? He's a goner. You don't know what a Lustus is, but you can deduce it was someone important to him who probably died in the bombing. Rather than overwhelm him with annoying questions about his culture, you decide to pick the right place to show some sympathy. Thanks. I miss him. Sometimes I think I enjoy savory bun delights as a way of covering up the pain. They're so good, though, it's hard to stop. I also favored the juicy meats before he died anyway. Something we did together. How do we start talking about my hot dog once more? Let's drop it. Please, dude, don't bring it up again. I didn't bring up your fucking hot dog. You didn't bring it up, but you don't want to correct him. The boy's clearly grieving. You see two faint red tears roll down his cheeks from behind the messy bangs. Your heart can't take it. You have to console this homeless boy somehow. Then he'll definitely be your friend. I'm a save. Yeah. But what to do? Reassuring hug. You open your arms and approach him with your posture of great compassion. You furrow your brow upwardly a bit as to say, I know how hard it is. You advance and he leans backward a little as if caught off guard by your sympathy. Maybe you're coming on too strong? But you know there's no turning back now. You don't just throw out the brakes on an imminent heartfelt hug like this. You embrace him awkwardly and it goes well for a moment until you realize your arm is broken and it seizes up reflectively in pain. It jostles the hot dog in his hand and he bobbles it. You both gasp. You try to detach from the hug so you can catch the hot dog, but it's already on its way to the ground. In your attempt to save it, you stagger backwards and slip. The hot dog gets smushed under your big dumb ass the moment it makes contact with the ground. Diamond lets out a shriek. No! Oh, dude! Dude, my dog! You scramble to get up in time, hoping you're not as owned as it looks, but your feet keep slipping and your butt keeps grinding the hot dog into the mud. When the carnage finally subsides, you roll over to check it out. It's completely unsalvageable. Just a gross, meaty mud mash, like the hot dog never even existed. Diamond howls in agony and slumps backwards against a tree. Oh no, you fucked this up so bad. That's it, man! I've lost everything! Not sure what the point is of even living anymore. You are absolutely mortified by your clumsiness and foolishness. You have a feeling you'll be thinking about this moment for years to come during those insecure moments when your mind seems to be looking for any excuse to make yourself cringe with self-doubt and shame. Still, you can't help but feel this guy is being a little unreasonable. It's just one hot dog. There are probably plenty more of those to come by for those who know where to look in this strange world. He himself said he makes a habit of enjoying these, so they can't be all that uncommon. Maybe he just has an unusual psychological disorder surrounding a fixation on this particular food item? Yes, that could be it. Poor guy. This just means he needs your support as a friend all the more. You won't give up on your friends. Or for that matter, people who you're trying to desperately become friends with. That just isn't who you are as a person. You have an idea. You run it by him with a sense of optimism and salesmanship. The past is behind you. There's no need to wallow in self-incrimination and guilt over the hot dog incident. Demon perks up a little. You want to help me get another hot dog? Absolutely! It could be a fun adventure, you say. So then bond over to bring two new buddies closer together. Okay, you don't say that out loud, but you really hope it's true. I don't know. Could be a long shot. Sometimes it can be days before I'm united with another plump treat. Glistening with perspiration. Steaming, relaxing comfortably in a soft melt-in-your-mouth loaf. Damn! Now I really want a hot dog. Guess I don't have much choice but to take you up on your offer, do I? What do you have in mind? It's a good question. You haven't made a plan yet, and frankly, don't even know where to begin. But he's interested in spending more time with you, which is the most important thing. You'll figure something out. You decide a display of confidence is called for here. A real show of leadership to improve morale. You smile, hold your head up high, and tell him to follow you. You know exactly what to do. Well, not really, but you give no indication of that at all. He's definitely intrigued. You've got him hooked now, you think. Probably wondered if he hit pay dirt, finding a new friend with the hot dog hookup. Of course, you don't have the slightest idea where to find a hot dog, but you've got to admit, you're enjoying the feeling of being important and valued by a potential friend. You don't want to do anything underhanded, yet you can't help but feel you should probably milk this social gambit for all it's worth. This way, you say as you begin marching confidently in a random direction. He obediently follows and begins rubbing his tummy. You begin to feel nervous almost immediately. You have absolutely no idea how this is going to play out, or if it stands any chance of resulting in a hot dog at the end of the journey. Oh well, you'll figure something out along the way. You lead him through streets and winding through the yards of strange-looking houses, and he follows. He takes care to make sure you're both not seen, which could get you both into trouble, apparently. The improvised circuitous route appears to provoke his suspicion. Dude, are you sure you know where a dog is? Seems like maybe you're lost. Oh, absolutely. You're absolutely sure you know where to find one. You say you're just throwing anyone off the trail who might have been following you. He nods solemnly as if that makes perfect sense. Whew. But you can't keep him guessing like this forever. You gotta do something. Take some bold action. Give his interest in this weeder quest. You say, this way, down here. This is a shortcut to the hot dog supply you're privy to. It's the mother lode. In the sewer? Yes, totally! It's just a short trek through the sewer. Shouldn't be more than another hour or several. A sewer trudging? That is if he still has the will to do what it takes to get his hands on more juicy dogs. Oh, hell yeah! You know it. After you, man. An hour later, you're so deep in the sewer, you've lost all bearings and sense of direction. You'll be anywhere by now. You've taken so many crazy turns. Still, you don't let up for a second that you're lost. You've made each turn with decisive conviction. He's still following you, but he's having trouble keeping up. He's out of breath and struggling with the foul smell. Can't say you're enjoying it much either, but you can't let on the fact that what you're doing now is anything other than the most casual routine for you. Like you do this every day. Just a quick jaunt through the sewer to hit up this vast, mythical trove of meat products. Okay, when you put it that way, maybe this all sounds a bit insane. Still, you're in too deep to second guess yourself now. Hey, I gotta stop and rest. I can't lie, I'm starving for a heavenly frankfurter. But this might be too much for me. I don't think he'll cut out for this. You pause and look back. He's sitting down now, slumping against a filthy sewer wall. You're intensely relieved to see you may have just won this impromptu game of sewer hot dog chicken. But more importantly than that, this looks like an ideal time to show some sympathy and have a bonding moment with your would-be friend. You sit next to him, and with your broken arm put a hand on his knee in a platonic but deeply understanding way. Your arm hurts when you do this, but it's worth it. Every little gesture counts in making a new friend. I kinda suck. My lust is gone, I don't have any skills, and most people think I'm weird for liking hot dogs so much. I'm probably just gonna get cold. I'm not good at going on adventures or doing anything hard. All I'm good at is finding an easy meal here and there, however I can get it. I like talking people out of their fine sausages using tricks or other ploys which end up losing me friends. It's been unthinkable that anyone would actually do anything nice for me or would want me to have that sweet, sweet meat I desire. At least it was unthinkable until now. Your heart begins to race. Could it be? Is this shitty improvised sewer escapade actually working? You can't believe it. Nobody's ever done so much or worked so hard to try to get my hands on another magnificent banger. I'm sorry for being so emotional, but like, it's new for me. I don't know how to handle it. I'm just so grateful. I'd be thrilled to call you a friend, man. Whatever you are. You're overjoyed. Unbelievable, it's almost too good to be true. What now? It's such a sudden turn of good fortune you hardly know what to do. Should you hug the guy? Last time it didn't go so well, but this time he's not holding a hot dog for you to clumsily defile, so maybe this is your moment. Wait, what's that? A deep rumbling sound begins to echo through the tunnels. Oh shit, they found us! It's a drone, dude! I guess like on sewer duty? We gotta run! He gets up, grabs your hand, and sprints. It's a lot faster than he looks when motivated to get moving. He turns this way and that as the rumbling gets closer. But he slips on something and you both tumble into a river of horrific sludge. Bro! I can't swim! Help! Your bad arm finds purchase on the ledge and though it's very painful, you heroically salvage your friend from the muck with the other arm. He coughs and gasps for breath. You find a nearby ladder, shove him upwards until he starts climbing on his own and follow him. You burst through a lid on the floor, and you both flop out of the hole drenched in filth, smelling horrible and completely exhausted, but at least you're safe, you think. Hey man, I just want you to know, even though we didn't find the glorious treasure you were leading us to, I'm happy how it all turned out. Maybe I don't even need hot dogs in my life as much as I thought. Maybe that's not the real treasure after all. It's been a journey for me, let me tell you. I'm learning so much about myself, about life, because of you. His bushy hair is slicked back from his eyes due to the sludge. He's giving you a penetrating, soulful gaze of presumably pure friendship. Or is it even deeper than that? Wow, this is intense. That something catches your eye just above him. Something dangling. Lots of dangling things, actually. Come to think of it, it's really cold in here. Freezing, in fact. You finally realize, holy shit! You're in a weird alien meat locker. You're absolutely surrounded by dangling meat products, including many sausages. Thousands of them. You begin to sob. Your sobbing soon turns to unrestrained wailing of raw catharsis. He joins you when the tears flow freely from you both. You embrace each other and let it all out. Suddenly it hits you. Both of you. This is by far the happiest day of your life. Meet heaven! So I'm gonna load up the save file and see what would happen if I said the other thing. Tears. But what to do? Give him a friendly pat on the back. You keep it simple and pat him on the back a couple times. Everything's gonna be okay. Since you're his new friend, or at least working towards earning that status, he has a new ally to help him with whatever comes his way. He wipes his tears and appears to get himself back together. Your friendly gesture worked! You're right, I shouldn't let the past get me down. In a way, I'm free. I'm off the grid. They probably think I died. No need to worry about knocks on my door because I don't have a door anymore. Maybe I can live off the land for the rest of my life, scrounging for sumptuous indulgences wherever I may find them. By rummaging through awful drums or smooth talking the right mark. Sounds like the life, honestly. I'll miss my Lustus, but I think he will be proud of me. If I can make it without him, if I can survive on my own, I know he will be proud. Maybe I don't even need to leave the planet. Maybe I could avoid taking the ordeals altogether. Can't test what you can't find. If I play my cards right, I could probably live to ripe old age on this planet without getting caught. I like hiding in alleys and sewers, scraping together just enough succulent proteins to keep myself going. Honestly, I don't even need to get by that long, since I have a much shorter lifespan than most trolls. So I think I might just be able to make this work. Look confused at that last remark, but again, don't want to be impolite. He holds up his hand as if to tell you not to bother. I can tell you're not from here, it's okay. Rustbloods don't live a long time. Blood classes higher than me live progressively longer the higher up you go. Stage dwellers live basically forever. It's kinda crazy and seems unfair, but that's how it is. I'd be jealous of them, but I think I'm not. I'm almost grateful I don't have very long to make it in this world. I don't know what I'd do if I had longer. I'm happy to settle down in a nice short ride, keep a low profile, taking some good meat along the way. Nothing wrong with that life if you ask me. You understand. Seems like a tragic story, but if your friend has made peace with his destiny, you might as well too. You offer a sympathetic shrug and continue your impressive streak of consecutive seconds not looking at his hot dog at all. He smiles again. He seems to be relaxing, gripping the dog a little less tightly. That's good. You know, you're good at listening. Not many people understand me at all. A lot of people find my overly possessive attitude towards me needed life to be strange and off-putting. I've heard this more than once and lost some friends that way. Whew. There's some past personal dramas I do not want to think about, let me tell you. But you're different. Maybe you put me at ease because it's obvious you're even lower than me? No offense, but you are. Drones would vaporize a hornless goof like you, no questions asked. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. You laugh it off. You're not scared, you say. You've survived worse. You pat your broken ribs and wince. You clutch your sore ribs with your broken arm and wince even harder because of that. Oh man, looks like your arm's hurt, huh? Guess it's broken. Let's see what we can do about that. Here, hold this a second. What? He hands you his hot dog without hesitation. Oh wow. He wants you to hold it? This is such a remarkable gesture of trust, you're overwhelmed. You gingerly take the hot dog with your good arm, being very careful. You hold the hot dog from beneath your fingertips as if it's a priceless, delicate treasure. He takes off his vest and puts it on the ground, then he takes off his shirt. You avert your eyes for a moment, then you realize that's silly. Nothing particularly indecent about this, you suppose. If he's comfortable, so are you. Then he puts his vest back on, takes the hot dog back from you, and hands you the shirt. Here, make a sling out of it. That should help. He's right, it does help. Your broken arm is a lot more comfortable and secure. The shirt smells like meat, too. You can't tell if you think that's a bonus or if it's weird. You decide it's a bonus. This is your new friend. He loves meat and so do you. It's your greatest common interest, in fact. Nice. You know, I think we make a pretty good team. I don't know if I'm ready to officially call you my friend yet, but I may be getting close. You're pushing all the right buttons, man. Just being someone who listens and understands. You have no idea how much that means to me. You're so happy to hear this, it makes your heart sing. Well, if you're keeping it totally real, some of these things you're saying are just a little strange. Like, maybe this boy wasn't really socialized properly by his lessons, you guess? You think that might be his dad, but again, you don't dare ask. Not when the positive feelings are flowing like this. Why kill the mood? He gets a little closer and swoops a hand through his thick black bangs. For the briefest moment, you catch a glimpse of one of his eyes regarding you fondly. Your heart beats a little faster. He puts a hand on your shoulder. You're starting to wonder if all he's interested in is friendship. You hope that's all he wants. You don't think you're ready for anything more than that. You're desperate for friendship or really companionship of any sort, but that's moving pretty fast for you. But you're too nervous to make your feelings clear on all this? If he goes any further, you're not sure you'll have the will to protest. Listen, dude. This gorgeous meat product we both admire, I'm thinking maybe we share it. I think that sounds good, actually. Oh, bah, yes, that sounds wonderful. You're so hungry. And you're beside yourself with gratitude that Damon is willing to share with you something that's so precious to him. It really means a lot. Yeah, I have an idea. He brings his face close to yours. He holds the hot dog up between your faces with both ends of the dog pointing to his mouth and yours. You're not sure what he wants you to do. You can't find the breath to ask. It seems like he wants you to eat the hot dog with him, Lady in the Tramp style. Yes, if pressed on it, you'd agree this act is uncomfortably erotic, but you have to admit it is a good way to share a food item whilst ensuring it gets split about evenly. And you absolutely loathe the idea of letting a friend down. It's completely at odds with your values as a person. You chomp down on your end of the hot dog as he does it with his end simultaneously. Holy shit, that is so good. You take another bite and he times his bite perfectly. He's eerily good at this game. Throwing off your chewing a bit, which makes you cough a little when you swallow. But you don't feel like you can pause without breaking eating rhythm with him. Might be what a bad friend would do. You keep going without really swallowing as you go. You get closer to his face, which is creating an imminent situation you aren't sure how you're going to handle. You haven't planned for it and it's coming up fast. The hot dog backlog collecting your throat is getting a bit too heavy, so you try to swallow, but you can't. You gag and cough up all the chewed hot dog matter explosively into his face. He recoils, absolutely stunned. His bangs are blown back and he's staring at you with wide eyes. Hot dog and bun bits are all over his face! He says nothing for a moment, then he puts his hand over his throat. Oh fuck, he's choking! He points at his mouth desperately. You need to do something. The Heimlich, of course! That's what you need to do! You need to save your friend's life! You get behind him and put your good arm around his belly and form a fist. You plunge the fist under his ribs trying to dislodge the masticated delicacy. It's no use! You can't get any leverage, you need your other arm. It really hurts though, you'll have to make the sacrifice for your friend. Yes, a friend who may have just tried to trick you into kissing him with a silly hot dog stunt. You're not sure how you'll navigate that tricky subject once he's breathing again, but you'll deal with that later. Right now, you have a life to save. You pull your broken arm out from its sling and grab the other fist in front of his belly and squeeze! You try and try. His face is turning, well, not blue. Deep red? You guess because his blood is rust-colored? Sure, that makes sense. You yank one more time, your broken arm throbbing in pain. A huge gob of chewed hot dog launches out of his mouth like a cannonball, and the explosion creates enough force in the other direction, it causes you to actually lift him into the air and accidentally suplex him into the mud behind you. You in turn go tumbling over him, and the two of you are soon locked in an inseparable pinwheel of interspecies downhill mayhem. You roll and roll down the grassy incline towards a nearby neighborhood, toward a street. Luckily, you stop just short of the street, but then his neck lands right on the sharp edge of a curb, and after flipping through the air once or twice, you come down right on his face with your big ass. You hear a crack. Damon? You slap his cheek a little. No response. He's not breathing. You check his mouth. Throat is clear of hot dog debris. Oh god. This can't be happening. You look around panicked. This isn't what you need right now. All you wanted was a friend. You can't be held responsible for alien murder. You have to hide the body. You see a couple of kids creeping out of a house nearby to see what all the commotion is. There's no time. You gotta find a bush or something. There. Over there. It looks like a little alien bushy thing. It's pretty small, but it'll have to do. You drag the vested shirtless carcass over to the bush. You dump the body in the bush, and it's really not convincing. It looks like a dead kid was unceremoniously dropped on top of a small bush in a poor attempt to conceal a murder. You gotta come up with a better... Wait a minute. Someone is standing behind you. What? Hello, stranger. Don't worry about this little mess you've made. I'll take care of it for you. You killed him! Uh... Okay. So does that mean that Ardana also has a bad ending? Cause, like, there was a good ending and a bad ending for Damon. Diamond. Was his name Diamond because he was going to die? Because if so, that's fucked up. But holy shit. So, this has been episode 2 of Hiveswap Friendship Simulator Volume 1. I don't know if the DLC is going to be a part of Volume 1 or if the DLC is going to be a Volume 2. Or if there's just going to be more and more things called Hiveswap Act 1 Volume 1, just like the intermissions of Act 6 and Homestuck. But in any case, this has been Anashi Sasuke. This was episode 2 of Hiveswap Friendship Simulator Volume 1. If you liked it, a like and a subscribe will be groovy. If you didn't, you don't need to do either one of those things, and I will see y'all in the next one. Later!